KACH, mylocalradio.com.
When you think of a medical center's vital signs, you think of a monitor beeping. Today, Franklin County Medical Center is sharing a new set of vital signs. They're the vital signs of a growing hospital. Our new medical office building is now home to the care you depend on. You'll visit us here for primary, specialty, and walk-in care. Franklin County Medical Center has been a vital part of the region's healthcare since 1929, right in your neighborhood.
Looking for unique ideas to promote your business? How about something for that special gift, celebration, team sport, vacation, or family outing?
McCaslin. Number 9, Dacian Urabi. And
Let's
on
do
third
this one more
base,
time,
number
John.
17, Hiram
You
Curtis.
guys found the problem.
Okay.
Let me know when you're ready.
For your Preston Indians.
All right, testing 1,
In
2,
left
3,
field,
whatever number this
number
is. Test,
27,
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Kate Oxborough. Behind the plate, number 2, Eli Hammonds.
That was the problem. For some reason,
On
it
the
got
mound
muted
today,
in the computer.
number 24, Connor Thompson. At shortstop,
right.
number 5, Austin Bleed. At third
We're about to
base,
start.
number 14, Xavier Mendoza. In center field, number 2, Clayton Hobbs.
Okay, we're about to start, so we're going
Designated
to come
hitter
forward
today will
here.
be Jackson Merrill. In right field, number 8, Jansen Hollingsworth.
I'm going to play.
And on first base, Ezra Benavides.
I'm going to play just a 2-minute break here, and we'll go.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
WattSmart is Rocky Mountain Power's energy efficiency program. WattSmart provides rebates to residential customers for energy efficiency upgrades made around the home. Devices and appliances that use electricity in your home can usually be made more efficient, and that can save you money and energy. When you decide to make upgrades, we have rebates available for you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
Are you looking to buy or sell a home but confused where to even begin the process? Come to the most trusted and longest established real estate group in Franklin County with Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team.
We've been a proud part of this community since 1979 when my dad, Scott Beckstead, began here in Preston. Since our founding, we've come to know the importance of honesty and promoting a community of giving back. Contact me, Bailey Beckstead, and our team at Beckstead Real Estate for all your real estate needs, buying, selling, or renting.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston.
105.5 FM KACH.
I'm Dan Keller, Mayor of Preston, and we are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Jay Butters with Alta Bank, and we are Preston Proud, Idaho Strong.
Hi, this is Lyle Fuller with the Fuller & Fuller Law Firm, and we are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Larry Morrison with Evergreen Financial Partners. We are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
105.5 KACH. We're Preston Proud, Idaho Strong, serving Franklin County and beyond.
North Star's Ultimate Outdoors is the best provider of power sport vehicles right here in downtown Preston. Vehicles and equipment from brand names that you know and trust, like Steel, Polaris, and Yamaha. Stop in and let us get you ready for your next adventure at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. It's where the fun starts, 777 North State Street, Preston.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Well, hi everybody and welcome in. Time for a little Preston Indian baseball today. We apologize for not having a pregame show today because of some technical issues that we had here at the ballpark. So we'll get you here. Is on the mound for the Indians is Connor Thompson, going through his warm-up tosses to get ready to go here in the top of the first inning. As Thompson goes through his warm-up tosses, let's give you the starting lineup. We'll start with the Century Diamondbacks here today, as they will line up this way. As Ezra Blackhawk walks to home plate, he will be the leadoff man and he will play shortstop. Dax Paulson will hit in the 2 spot, as he will be the pitcher today. Gavin Flynn hits third. He's in center field. Jack Maddox does the catching. He'll hit fourth. Jackson Zaccardi is the first baseman. He hits in the 5 spot. Ben Call hits sixth, and he'll be over at first base. As the first pitch to Blackhawk is inside, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Partly cloudy skies and a wonderful day. It's finally a gorgeous day to play baseball here as the 1-0 pitch from Thompson's down low, and it's 2-0. First pitch for today's game right at 4 o'clock. And pitch over for a strike. It's 2-1. Right at 4 o'clock, the start time today. Partly cloudy skies at first pitch. As ball bounces away at home plate. And the count goes to 3 balls and a strike now on Elias Blackhawk to lead off here in the top of the first inning. For the Diamondbacks, they come in with a record of 2-7 on the year, as they have had their struggles of late, just like the Indians did, as the 3-1 pitch hit foul off the right field side, and the count runs full, 3-2. Let's get the rest of the lineup in here for you. Here for the Diamondbacks is having a little thumb job hit right back at Thompson, who spears it for the out.
Thompson for the first out.
So a line out back to the box, 1 out, and that'll bring up Dax Paulson.
Now batting number 1, Dax Paulson.
For the Diamondbacks, Adam McClelland will hit 7th. He's in right field. Dekani Uribe is the second baseman. He'll hit 8th. And then Hiram Curtis will bat in the 9 spot, and he is over at third base. So 1 out here just in the top of the first inning. Thompson ready, rocks and comes home. The next pitch to Paulson is looped into right field. Coming up as the right fielder Hollingsworth, he'll have to play it on a bounce. So it's a 1 out hit for Paulson. Runner at first base and 1 out here in the top of the first inning. And for Paulson, with that little thumb single to right field, he's now hit in 3 straight games and in 5 of the last 6 overall. So the first game of the conference schedule here for the Indians and the Diamondbacks both, for that matter, as here comes Gavin Flynn, the center fielder. They go back to first base, and diving back on the bag over there is Paulson. For Flynn, he comes in having hit in 3 of the last 4 games. Off to a good start on the year. He's hitting an even .400 on the season, as that pitch over for a strike with the breaking ball, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. He had a 2-game hitting streak snapped in the doubleheader that they lost both games against Madison. The pitch hit foul again off the first base side, and it's now 1-2. For the Diamondbacks, they come in with a record of 2-7 that we mentioned. They've dropped their last 2 games in a row. As that pitch is getting away, goes back to the backstop, and by the time the Hammonds, the catcher, chases it down, Paulson will move it up to second base. So runner in scoring position now for the Diamondbacks here in the top of the first inning. Preston and Century have played some incredible games of late. Not anything to write home about, but just a lot of runs crossing the plate. In fact, for the Indians, in the last 10 games they have played head-to-head against the Diamondbacks. Here's the next pitch home, hit foul again into the screen. Count will stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Indians have averaged, in the last 10 games head-to-head against the Century, they've averaged 12.8 runs per game. As the pitch looped along the right field side, that's going to go foul again. So Paulson will have to go back to second base with 1 out. The count will stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So they have outscored Century in the last 10 meetings head-to-head, 128-49. So a lot of runs score. And for the Indians, at least they've been falling their way. As that ball hit back up the middle, it's into center field for a hit. Paulson will hold at third. Gleed and pitcher kind of ran into each other back there behind second base, so neither of them could get to the ball. It'll be a single. Second hit of the inning for Flynn as Flynn will stop at first base. Paulson moves up, so there'll be runners at the corners and one out. And now here is Jack Maddox. Maddox, the catcher, he'll hit from the left side as they go to first base. And back in the bag over there in time is Flynn. So for Preston, it's been a long time since they've been on the field seeing an opponent, as the pitch misses down low, and it's no balls and one strike. It's been 22 days since Preston has been on the field in a game situation. Remember, they lost both ends of the doubleheader against Malad on the last game before spring break. Then they went through all of spring break, and then they've had the last 3 games all rained out as a shows bunt as the runner goes and steals second base. So Flynn will steal second base. Runners at second and third, still only one out in the inning. And a 1-ball, 1-strike count on Maddox. Thompson will go back to out of the windup again, and the next pitch is swung, waved at and missed, and it's now 1-2. So the Indians come in having lost 3 straight, plus the 3 rainouts. So it's been a long time since they've tasted victory. The 1-2, swung on and missed. So Maddox goes down on strikes. That's the second out of the inning. First strikeout for Thompson here today. And that'll bring up the first baseman, Jackson Zaccardi. Zaccardi hitting .273, has 1 RBI so far on the year. And the breaking pitch misses inside, ball 1, 1 ball, 1, and no strikes. Had a little 2-game hitting streak snapped in the second game of the doubleheader against Madison. As Century has also played a doubleheader against Madison, just like the Indians did before the string of rainouts started. As that pitch misses up high, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Thompson on the corner again, and it's 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the first. The 1-2 pitch just missed outside. The count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Zaccardi. Zaccardi officially was 6 hits in his 22 at-bats and swings and misses and strikes out and leaves the 2 men on base as he strikes out for the 10th time this year. So no runs on 2 hits, no errors. There was 2 men left as we are done with a half inning here this afternoon from here at Tony Hansen Field. After a half inning on the Flying S scoreboard, it is scoreless through the top of the first, with the Indians coming up in the bottom of the first inning right after this timeout.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Protecting buyers and lenders in Cache Valley for over 40 years, Northern Title is the trusted name in the tri-state areas of Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. The staff at Northern Title in Preston protect you from unknown complications like access issues, unpaid taxes, hidden liens, or easement restrictions. Choose the right title company. Choose to close with Northern Title of Preston. Good deeds done daily. Call today at 208-852-5700.
Magnolia Road is here to bring you the latest trends in women's fashion. We believe fashion should not only be stylish, but also comfortable and inclusive for every body type, with sizes small through 3X. We strongly believe in giving back to our community, and by supporting Magnolia Road, you are not only embracing fashion, but also supporting Preston and West Side activities. Our team is here to help you find that perfect outfit that suits your style and makes you feel confident. Visit Magnolia Road at our new location, 12 North State Street, Preston, Idaho.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Coaches for the
Well, we
Indians.
move along here to the bottom of the first inning,
Head coach and
scoreless.
third base coach is Sean Thompson.
As we give you the Indians lineup, brought to you by Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding communities since 1925. Cade Arksborough will lead it off for the Indians as he leaves first base. He plays in left field today. As the first pitch from Dax Paulson over for a strike, and it's 0-1. Oxborough followed by Eli Hammonds, who hit in the second spot, and he does the catching. Oxborough's in left field today, as we mentioned. Fastball over again on the inside corner, and quickly it's 0-2. Connor Thompson's a pitcher. He'll hit in the third spot. Austin Gleed hits fourth, and he is the shortstop today for the Indians. The 0-2 pitch, breaking ball, missed outside, 1-2. Xavier Mendoza hits fifth. He's at third. Clayton Hobbs is the center fielder. He hits sixth. Jackson Merrill, the DH today, will bat in the 7 spot. As the next pitch again is a hit foul off the third base side, and it stays at a ball and 2 strikes. Jansen Hollingsworth hits 8th. He's in right field today. And just called up, Ezra Benavidez is the first baseman today for the Indians, and he'll bat in the 9 spot as the next pitch to Oxborough is swung on and missed. Kind of chased one off the plate away from him as he goes down on strikes. That's the first out here in the bottom of the first inning. That'll bring up Eli Hammonds. Hammonds, who's hitting .357 on the year, takes the first pitch on the inside half for a called strike, and it's 0-1. Hammonds hit safely in 2 of the last 3 games. He has 3 hits in his last 6 at-bats overall. As the 0-1 on the way. Popped up foul. That's headed toward the softball diamond, and it's 0-2. Hammonds with 5 hits and 14 at-bats officially on the year. 1 extra base hit. He's walked 4 times and stolen a couple of bases as well. He takes that pitch down low, and it's now 1-2. Century outfield straight away, but fairly shallow against Hammonds. Tries to time a breaking ball and swings through it and strikes out. So back-to-back strikeouts for Paulson to start the bottom of the first inning. And with 2 outs, that'll bring up Connor Thompson, the pitcher. Thompson, who leads the team in hitting, up there in the high rent district of hitting an even .500 so far on the year. He has 8 hits and 16 official trips to the plate as the first pitch hit foul again off the first base side, and it's 0-1. Comes the 0-1 pitch on the way. Breaking ball stays high. The first inning of today's game is brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to you to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency at 208-852-2364. Next pitch home to Thompson. Rolled foul over by the on-deck circle on the third base side where Austin Gleed over there swinging a bat, getting ready for his time at the plate. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 offering. Again, hit foul right straight back into the screen. But how nice is it to finally see sun? Nice warm day today. Really makes you glad that finally spring has finally shown its face. Next pitch again. This one's off the glove of the catcher and rolls over toward the third base dugout. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch lifted toward the gap in right center. Coming over is the center fielder. That's Flynn. Can't get it. It falls behind him, and trucking into second base will go Connor Thompson, as he'll be in there with a double. So Thompson has the first hit today for the Indians as he pulls in at second base. And with a runner in scoring position, that'll get Austin Gleed up to the plate with a chance to pick up the first run of the game. Gleed with 3 RBIs. He has 3 extra base hits so far on the year. That is high on the team. As he comes in hitting an even .400, he's 6 for 15 on the season. He had a 3-game hitting streak snapped in the doubleheader against Madison, so he's hit safely in 3 of the last 4 and takes a breaking ball over for a strike, and it's 0-1. The breaking ball from Thompson had him kind of bailing out and heading toward third base. They come right back with that same pitch. He hits it on the ground to shortstop. Blackhawk there, plays it across in time for the out, and the Indians are gone here in the bottom of inning number 1. So Preston goes out, no runs, a hit. They leave 1 on base. And on the Flying S scoreboard through an inning, there is no score. We'll come back. We'll go to the second right after this.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Ready is committed to providing superior services to our customers by requiring individual accountability for excellence in quality, safety, and dependability. We are a growing company that is currently hiring across Wyoming, Colorado, Texas, Nevada, Idaho, and elsewhere. Our valued team members receive competitive wages, full benefits, and weekly pay. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Step into a realm of beauty and sophistication at Day Mountain Ranch Home and Apothecary. Immerse yourself in the gentle radiance of our exquisite and popular candles, filling your home with captivating fragrances that embrace the senses. Bring refined tranquility into your home and elevate your connection to harmony through our exquisite decor, all while staying here in Franklin County. Elevate your living space with the allure of Day Mountain Ranch Home and Apothecary. Visit us today on 10th North Main Street in downtown Preston.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
All right, we move along here to the top of the second inning. No score in the game. As Ben Call will lead it off here for the Diamondbacks. And the first pitch from Thompson's over for a strike, and it's 0-1. Next pitch swung on and missed, and Thompson quickly jumps ahead of him. No balls and 2 strikes. Thompson working quickly as he's starting to feel it now a little bit more as that pitch misses just off the plate, and it's 1-2. Comes the 1-2 pitch on the way to Call. It's hit off the end of the bat out toward the second baseman. Pitcher gloves, has to hurry, throws to first, and Benavidez with a throw in the dirt can't handle it cleanly. It'll be an error.
Ben Call reaches on the throwing error.
Error against the second baseman. Pitcher. And the leadoff man's aboard here in the top of inning number 2.
Aiden McCaslin.
So here is Aiden McCaslin will come up. McCaslin still looking for his first hit of the season. Shows bunt, hits it foul back into the screen with the runner going, so he'll come back, and it's an 0-1 count. McCaslin, who is 0 for 8 so far on the year, has struck out 4 times. He's in the starting lineup today over in right field. Thompson works out of the stretch. McCall over at first base. They go over to first, and McCall dives back into the bag. Today's game, the second inning of today's game, is brought to you by Butterfly Express Essential Oils. Use code KACH10 for 10% off all regularly priced items with the runner going and the pitch hit foul again. So he'll have to come back, and it's 0-2. Remember, you can shop online to use that discount at butterflyexpress.shop. And that code for the discount, again, KACH10. That'll get you 10% off all regularly priced items. Again, they go to first base, and diving back to the bag over there once again is Ben Call. Nobody out, 1 on, top of the second. We're scoreless in the opening game of conference play here for the 2024 season. Next pitch, swung on and missed. Boy, tied him up, chased one up in his eyes and strikes out. And that is the third strikeout today
Strikes.
for Connor Thompson.
Coming to the plate, number 9, Dacian.
So one out, one on. That'll bring up the number 8 hitter, Dacian Uribe. He playing at second base. He was not originally in the starting lineup, but Coach Blackhawk, as the first pitch hit foul, Coach Mikey Blackhawk for the Diamondbacks changed the lineup at the last minute as he took the C.J. Short out of the lineup. I think that was Short walking around with a cast on his right hand. So, and said he's not going to be back this season. So he obviously broke his right hand somehow. As a pitch to Uribe is over for a strike, and it's 1-1. When asked if he was going to be back for any time later this season, he said no, he wouldn't be back until American Legion season, as the pitch to Uribe is swung on and missed.
Uribe goes down
so
on
Uribe
strikes.
goes down on strikes. 4 strikeouts for Thompson. And with 2 outs, that'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Hiram Curtis. Curtis will turn around and hit from the left side. He is the third baseman. Call reached on an error to open the inning. 2 outs later, he's still there. As the first pitch here to Curtis is over for a strike, and it's 0-1. Curtis, who has 1 hit in his last 7 official at-bats, hits that pitch foul off of the glove of the catcher Hammonds, and it's 0-2. Curtis starts play today hitting .267, no home runs, has a couple of RBIs, and the 0-2 pitch is up high, 1-2. Hammonds came up and bluffed the throw down to first base just to make sure that Call's not trying to run anywhere with an 0-2 count. Now 1-2 with 2 outs here in the top of the second. Runner not going. A pitch misses high and away, and it's count evens now with 2 balls and 2 strikes. So a 2-2 count on Hiram Curtis, the third baseman for the Diamondbacks today. Here comes the 2-2 offering. Hit in the air to right. Playable. Coming up in a hurry as Hollingsworth slides on his knees and makes the catch for the out. Wow, what a play.
Route number 3.
So that's the third out. No runs, no hits in the inning. There was 1 error, and they leave Ben Call standing over at first base, who reached on the error. We're done with an inning and a half. We'll go to the bottom of the second on the Flying S scoreboard. Still no score on this broadcast made possible by My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Whether you're an athlete looking to treat strained or sore muscles, a multitasking mom seeking balance, or just looking to boost your mood and nutrition, Butterfly Express is here for you. Experience the soothing scents and holistic benefits that cater to both your body and mind with our wide selection of essential oils, herbs, and supplements. And the best part is, unlike other big brand companies, Butterfly Express is affordable and local. Visit us in Clifton or explore our collection online at butterflyexpress.shop and use the promo code KACH10 for 10% off all regularly priced items. Quality doesn't have to be expensive. Butterfly Express Essential Oils.
There's no better family activity than a night out at the movies. Worm Creek Opera House Theater on State Street in Preston is your local home for first-run family movies. The historic theater offers top-flight comfort, the coolest refreshments, and quality entertainment, all at family prices. Stop by the Worm Creek Opera House at 70 South State Street in downtown Preston. For tickets, showtimes, and a list of upcoming attractions, go to wormcreek.org.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
We'll go to the bottom of the second inning scoreless. Xavier Mendoza will lead it off for the Indians as Paulson's first pitch is whacked toward the gap in left center field. That's going to split the gap and go to the wall as they're having to chase it down. Call picks it up, Mendoza pulls into second base with a first pitch double to start out the bottom of the second inning. So Mendoza doubles, and that'll bring up Clayton Hobbs to try to move him along. For Mendoza with that double, his first extra base hit of the year, and he's now hit in 3 straight. So here is Hobbs to try to move the runner up. Shows bunt, he'll leave it behind him, and it's 0-1. Hobbs hitting .257 on the year, has 4 hits and 15 at-bats. He has just 1 hit over the last 3 games, so he's 1 for his last 6 officially as he hits one to center field. As the center fielder, Flynn's playing shallow, and it's going to go over his head, and that's going to roll to the fence. They're going to wave Mendoza home. Back-to-back doubles gets the Indians a run, and they lead 1-0. So Hobbs picks up the double and the RBI, his 3rd of the year. He stops at second base, and with a run in, still nobody out in the inning, and that'll bring up Jackson Merrill. Merrill, first pitch swinging, hits it on the ground to the shortstop. Blackhawk bobbles, goes to third, and not in time.
Tag is high, and Merrill is safe at third.
Merrill will reach on a fielder's choice as Hobbs goes to third base. Runners at the corners, still nobody out in the inning, and now here is Jansen Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth hitting just a $154. And with a big chance for him to pick up his first RBI of the year here as they bluff to first to go back to the third, rather, and go back over to first. And back in with a dive over there was Hobbs. For Hollingsworth, with just 1 hit in his last 10 at-bats. So certainly this becomes a big spot here as the Indians can extend the lead, hopefully, as they go to first base, and he's out. So Hobbs picked off.
Thrown out at first on a 1-3.
Picked off over there, 1-3. That's the first out of the inning. But Clayton Hobbs still stands over at third base. And for Hollingsworth, just a fly ball will get the run in. That's just the first out of the inning. Next pitch popped up right back to the pitcher, as Paulson will put the squeeze on that. That's the second out. So now there's 2 outs, and Ezra Benavidez will make his Indian debut at the plate. As he'll come up, he'll hit from the right side.
Benavidez, the batter.
Benavidez wearing number 20 for the Indians. Out of a slightly open stance and just kind of dives into the pitch, takes the first pitch on the corner for a strike, and it's 0-1. Today's game brought to you by Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care that you'll find in all of the Cache Valley. That pitch misses down and away, and it's a ball and a strike. So Mendoza and Hobbs with back-to-back doubles gets a run in. Merrill reached on a fielder's choice and then was picked off over at first base. And then a pop-up by Hollingsworth. Runner stands at third base, 2 outs, a run in for the Indians. 2 balls and a strike on Benavidez. The next pitch, half swing. They ask, no swing, says the base umpire. And the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. We'll be in Pocatello tomorrow for the doubleheader to wrap up the conference series between these 2 teams. As Benavidez rolls it foul outside of third and down the line. So it stays at 3-2. We'll be on the air with the pregame show tomorrow. Now that we figured out our technical issues, just after 3 o'clock tomorrow. First pitch at 3:30 is the pitch to Benavides is swung on and missed. And that's the third out of the inning. But the Indians get a run on 2 hits. No errors, and they leave a man over at third base. So we're done with 2 innings, and after 2, it's the Indians 1 and the Diamondbacks nothing on the scoreboard. So we'll go to the third coming up on this presentation of Preston Indian Baseball on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
Hi, I'm Brad Phillips, professional trainer and owner of Puppy Steps Training. I believe that life is more enjoyable with a well-trained dog. That's why my team and I have come together to give you the ultimate dog training experience through Puppy Steps Training. Our 8-week board and train program is specifically designed to give your puppy a head start on life. Along with access to our extensive training material, you will receive daily progress reports, weekly photo and video updates, and a hands-on training demonstration. Discover the ultimate dog training experience with Puppy Steps Training, the premier dog training facility in northern Utah, and proud supporter of Westside and Preston High School athletics.
The greatest of life's moments can pass in the blink of an eye. Make sure you enjoy them with clear vision. The optometrists at Eye Care For You have been serving patients in Cache Valley and Preston for 43 years. As a full-service optical store, you'll find glasses, contacts, and professional eye health and vision exams. Doctors Philip Cromwell, Jeff Cromwell, and Lance Henderson are committed to providing you with professional care for your vision. Call today to schedule an appointment in Preston or Logan. Eye Care For You. Not just a name, but a commitment.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
Well, we move along to the third. Preston leading 1-0 as Blackhawk took the first pitch down low, hits the next pitch in the air to right field. Coming up to make the catch, kind of had to battle it a little bit to make the play was Hollingsworth. But for the Indians, he's able to record the out. And there's one out here in the top of the third. That'll bring up Dax Paulson. Paulson singled, went to second on a pass ball, got as far as third base, but then was left there in the top of the first inning as he swings and comes up empty here, and it's 0-1 on the Diamondbacks pitcher today as he takes that pitch inside and evens it up to 1-1 strike. The 1-1 offering swung on and missed, and it's 1-2. One thing you got to like about these two pitchers is they both work quickly. Neither of these guys need a time clock, a pitch clock, not at all. As the 1-2's low, 2 balls and 2 strikes. They just get the ball, climb right back on the rubber. They don't need 18 seconds. They barely 5 or 6 seconds, and they're ready to go again. Ground ball to short. Gleed had it, dropped it, picked it up, throws, not in time. That'll be an error on Gleed.
Olsen reaches on air.
Second error of the day against the Indians. Kind of ran up his arm a little bit and was not able to make the play, so Paulson is safe at first. Now here is Gavin Flynn, who singled and stole second base back in the first inning, but he too was left out on the base pass. Preston in double play depth. As there goes the runner, and the throw through is going to be not in time. In fact, the ball and Gleed arrived at the same time and kind of knocked the ball away from him. And now Gleed comes up kind of hobbling a little bit. Maybe needed to fix his shoe. So he'll go back to his spot. So Paulson with his second stolen base of the day. As the next pitch is up high. Thompson ready again, looks back at second base, and the next pitch swung on and missed. So 2 balls and a strike. 1 out here in the top of the third. Preston leading 1-0 in the conference opener for both teams. The thumbed and hit inside out and foul down the right field line as it'll go to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Century comes into the game today at 2-7. Preston 1-5. course, the big discrepancy in the number of games played was the 3 straight rainouts for the Indians. But neither of them have the record that Pocatello does so far at 7-6, as they've played 13 games already. As that ball is going to be sliced foul down the line and again out of play, and it stays at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Center fielder Hobbs a little shallow in center field. They come home again, 3-2, ball hit in the air right where Hollingsworth hangs out in right field. He makes the catch. He comes up throwing as tagging was Paulson, and then thought better of it and went back to the bag. So Flynn flies out. That's the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up Jack Maddox. Diamondbacks have left 3 men on base already today, and now with 2 outs, they're battling to try not to leave another one out there as the first pitch to Maddox is swung on and missed on a breaking pitch. Maddox was a strikeout victim his first time up. Thompson ready again. Fastball. Kind of ran that one away from him, missed it outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Out of the stretch, he comes home again. Ground ball to first. That's knocked down. Picked up there by Benavides, who'll carry it to the bag. He's there in time for the out. And once again, the Diamondbacks are turned aside. No runs, no hits, an error, and they leave another man on base. That's 4 men on base they've left through 3 innings of play. We'll go to the bottom of the third on the Flying S scoreboard. It's the Indians 1 and the Century Diamondbacks nothing on this presentation of Preston Indian Baseball on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston.
When you think of a medical center's vital signs, you think of a monitor beeping. Today, Franklin County Medical Center is sharing a new set of vital signs. They're the vital signs of a growing hospital. Our new medical office building is now home to the care you depend on. You'll visit us here for primary, specialty, and walk-in care. Franklin County Medical Center has been a vital part of the region's healthcare since 1929, right in your neighborhood.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Well, we move along here to the bottom of the third inning. Preston up 1-0. Third inning of today's game brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. We have all the parts you need to keep your car running strong. You'll find them at 17 South State Street in Preston. Oxborough leads it off, hits in the air to right field. And right there is McCaslin, the right fielder, there to make the catch. So 1 pitch, 1 out for the Indians here in the bottom of the third inning. So here comes Eli Hammonds, who was a strikeout victim his first time up, as he will hit from the right side. And the first pitch, big breaking ball. He tries to duck underneath it, but instead it's over for a strike, and it's 0-1. Ready again, the 0-1 offering, hit on the ground, foul, down by third. And it's no balls and 2 strikes. For Paulson, this is his 5th appearance on the mound this year. He is 0-2 with an ERA of about 7.5 at the start of play today. The 0-2 pitch hit in the air to shallow left center field. Coming up the center fielder, it's Flynn coming over to make the catch for the out. So there's 2 outs, and now here's Connor Thompson, who doubled his first time up, but was left out on the base pass.
With 2 outs, Thompson now the batter.
So here's Thompson coming up for the second time today. And the first pitch home breaking ball is on the corner for a strike, and it's 0-1. Coming into the game today, Paulson had struck out 12, and he's got 3 already today. He had walked 11, but has not put anybody on base yet today via the free pass. Now the umpire says it's 2 balls and no strikes, after he held his right hand out to signal strike after that first pitch. That one is a strike, fastball at the letters, and now it's 2-1. So you would think that Blackhawk, Paulson, probably their best pitchers on the team. I'm sure we'll see Blackhawk tomorrow. Ball hit in the air to short right center field. Coming over is the center fielder Flynn to make the catch, and the Indians hit 3 fly balls, and they go out 1-2-3 as they tippy-toe through the bottom of the 3rd inning. Done with 3 on the Circle S, on the Flying S scoreboard. It's the Indians 1 and the Diamondbacks nothing on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
When buying a vehicle, you want the process to be straightforward and the financing simple. At West Motor and West Motor Ford, that's exactly the way that you'll be treated. They also understand that accidents can happen and maintenance will be needed. When you find yourself in need of body and paint work, windshield repair, work under the hood, or under the vehicle, West Motor would love to help you out and earn your trust. Turn to West Motor and West Motor Ford in Preston and Hyde Park.
WestMotorCompany.com.
We offer rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. For example, your home's heating and air conditioning system draws significant amount of electricity during certain times of the year. We offer cashback for heat pumps, which use energy-efficient technology to heat and cool your home. We also offer rebates on appliances and smart accessories like smart plugs and smart switches. Really, for anything that draws electricity in your home, we usually have some type of rebate to offer you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
Well, we move along here to the top of inning number 4, 1-0 Indians. It'll be Zaccardi, Call, and McCaslin due up here for the Century Diamondbacks in the top of inning number 4. First pitch to Zaccardi, breaking ball in the dirt, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. So 4th inning of today's game brought to you by Papa J's Deli and Jerky in Clifton. Remember, you can order their world-class jerky online at papajs.com. Breaking ball, half swing, way late on it is Zaccardi, and Ticon cost him a strike, and it's 1-1. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Comes right back with a fastball and misses with it down and away. Zaccardi was a strikeout victim his first time up, 1 of 4 in the game for Thompson, as the 2-1 pitch is up high. Next pitch in the dirt, swung on and missed. That's a 3rd strike. They'll have to record the out at first base as Hammonds jumps on it in a hurry and makes the throw down to first base in time. So it's a strikeout, 2-3 on the put out for the first out of the inning, and the 5th strikeout today for Connor Thompson. And that'll bring up Ben Call, who reached on an error his first time up.
Ben Call
for Thompson, as at first pitch over for a strike, and it's 0-1. Thompson's making his 4th start of the year, as that pitch is outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. No record, an ERA of 3.62. The 1-1 out in front of an off-speed pitch, and it's now a ball and 2 strikes. For Thompson, he had struck out 13 coming into the game today and already has 5. Now make it 6 as he gets called going looking. So that's 6 strikeouts today for Thompson with 2 outs. That'll bring us up Aiden McCaslin. So his 6 strikeouts gives him 19 on the year. And he, like his opponent today, is yet to walk anybody in the game today. So he's still only allowed 3 all year. As the pitch to McCaslin is up high, ball 1 ball and no strikes. McCaslin also a strikeout victim his first time up today. The 0-1 pitch swung on a hit foul at home plate, and it stays at a ball and a strike. Comes the 1-1. That just bounces up there. It's 1-2. We were talking in the last half inning that I'm sure we're going to see Blackhawk on the mound at some point tomorrow. I know that Austin Gleed is going to start one of the games of the doubleheader tomorrow as well for the Indians, as the 2-1 pitch over for a strike, and it's now 2-2. The 2-2 pitch misses up high, runs the count full, 3-2. Here's the 3-2 pitch on the way, hit in the air to center field. Hobbs has to go back, still going back. It's going to be over his head, and that rolls to the base of the wall. As pulling into second base is McCaslin with a double with 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. So that breaks a string of 4 straight outs and 7 of the last 8 hitters that Thompson had faced. And now here is Dason Uribe, who struck out his first time up as well and takes the first pitch down low, ball 1. Tying run at second base, 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. As he hits it in the air to short left, it's going to come up and it's going to fall in front of Oxborough, turning and coming home, and will score to tie the game at 1. As the little flare hit for Uribe is good to pick up the run.
Dason will get a RBI double.
As he'll go to second base. And we're even at 1 on back-to-back hits after he's got the first 2 out in the inning. So with 2 outs, runner at second base, and here's Hiram Curtis, who grounded out his first time up and swings and misses at the first pitch. So for Uribe, that's not only his first RBI of the year, but it's also his first hit. As he's 1 for 2 today, that would make him 1 for 14 on the year. As the next pitch swung on and missed, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike on Curtis. Curtis flew out to right field, was out on that great sliding catch by Hollingsworth back in the second inning. 1-1 pitch misses high and away, 2 balls and a strike. So back-to-back hits after 2 are out. Thompson ready again. The 1-2 offering. Ground ball going to be foul and stays at 1-2. Had a chance to talk to Sean Thompson before the game today. That's one of the things we talked about. Yes, you're 1-5, but there's probably 2, maybe 3 of those games that could have ended up differently if they could have got a third out in an inning. As the pitch is up high again, and it's 2-2. So many times, especially in that doubleheader against Madison, they had opportunities to get out of an inning as the pitch swung on and missed, but with their inability to get the third out,
down on strikes.
And that allowed the opposition to keep putting runs up, and it cost the Indians. However, Thompson gets Curtis out on strike. That's his 7th of the game. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and they leave a runner on base. On the Flying S scoreboard, it's now a 1-1 tie as we go to the bottom of inning number 4 on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Papa J's world headquarters in Clifton, Idaho, started on the dream of a man who wanted to give back to his small-town farming community. 20 years later, it's a place renowned for its gourmet beef jerky, deli, and uniquely friendly customer experience. The friendly staff at Papa J's invites you to come in or find them online at papajs.com, where you can have the unique taste of Papa J's beef jerky shipped to you all with a click of a button. Papa J's, world-class jerky in small-town USA. papajs.com. Discover your ultimate escape at Day Mountain Ranch. Come enjoy our upscale lodges, perfect for family reunions and corporate retreats. Unwind, bond, and make memories that last in one of our luxury cabins. Host your dream wedding on our secluded property, perfect with a captivating nature backdrop. Or join our gun club. Rent or bring your own firearms and master your skills in private classes or dynamic group sessions at our premier state-of-the-art private gun range up to 2,200 yards. Your outdoor adventure and retreat begins at Day Mountain Ranch, 77 South Spring Creek Road, Preston, Idaho. Reserve your spot now at dmrresort.com.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
All right, bottom of the fourth inning now in a 1-1 tie as Austin Gleed leads it off for the Indians, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Gleed followed by Mendoza and then Hobbs due up. And here comes the 1-1 pitch. That's over for a strike again, and it's 1-2. Lee grounded out to his opposite number at short his first time up, so he's 0 for 1 on the day. Next pitch, breaking ball, bounces up there, and it's 2-2. Austin spent a lot of time on the road back and forth between Preston and Pocatello last summer as he played for an American Legion team ran by Chris Snickle, who is the Century JV coach. He takes a breaking ball inside again, runs the count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Next pitch is hit foul at home plate, stays at 3-2. So Gleed, who came up hobbling a little bit earlier in the game on a stolen base at second, looks like he fouled that one down off his foot. Takes a little walk around, now climbs back in. The 3-2 pitch hit foul down toward the right field side. Today's game brought to you by the Polar Bear Restaurant. The Polar Bear's back and better than ever. Stop in for lunch or maybe even after the game on Highway 91 at the south end of the city of Preston. The 1-2. Again, hit in the air, and that's going to find the seats again off the first base side, and it stays at a ball and 2 strikes. So a new ball again for Paulson, comes home, and that's on the corner, strike 3 called, as Gleed was trying to throw the bat away, but he goes down looking, and he is out for the first out, 4th strikeout for Dax Paulson in the game. Here's Xavier Mendoza, who doubled the lead off the bottom of the second inning and came in.
I love you!
Came in on the double by Clayton Hobbs. As the first pitch is rolled foul. And it's 0-1. The 0-1 offering. Mendoza takes that breaking pitch over for a strike, and it's 0-2. For Mendoza, that double that he had was his first extra base hit of the year. It also extended a little modest hitting streak to 3 straight games. Ground ball to short. Blackhawk has that on a couple of hops, throws it across in time for the out. So 2 outs. And that'll bring up Clayton Hobbs, who doubled home the run his first time up. That's 7 in a row retired by Dax Paulson. Now here's Clayton Hobbs. Paulson's first pitch, fastball swung on and missed, and it's 0-1. Out of the windup, the right-hander comes home again, 0-1, and tipped into the glove of the catcher, Maddox. And now it's no balls and 2 strikes. Paulson starting to work a little bit quicker now. Comes home breaking ball as that misses well outside. Just that trying to throw that big overhand jug curveball. It's almost a wasted pitch because that ball will never break in that far to try to catch the outside corner. As the 1-2 pitch is on the corner, strike 3 calls. He went back to the fastball. He gets a pair of strikeouts in the inning. He now has 5 in the game, does Paulson, and we are done with 4. A 1-1 tie on the Flying S scoreboard. We'll go to the 5th on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
When you are looking for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but you want something that is ready to eat now, always stop at the Stokes Market Deli in Preston. With cold and hot cases, you can always find food that is fresh, hot, or cold. Sandwiches, soup, salads, deviled eggs, donuts, wraps, cheese trays, desserts, and a hot and delicious buffet. A meal out doesn't have to be at a restaurant. Come and enjoy something for everyone at the Stokes Market Deli today. 217 South State Street in Preston.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Well, we move along to the 5th inning here in a 1-1 tie. Dan Hubbard here at the ballpark. John Beverly back at the KACH studios. The next pitch is hit in the air to center field. It's going to be mishandled there by Hobbs. And motoring into second base is the leadoff batter in the inning, as Elias Blackhawk able to scoot into second base to lead off here in the 5th.
For a double.
So Blackhawk at second base, his first hit of the game, as he leads off with a double. And now here is Dax Paulson. Paulson singled and reached on an error. So 1 for 2 on the day. Shows bunts it in the air, and it's going to land untouched over on by the third base side or by the Indian dugout, and it's 0-1. So 1 run, 4 hits for the Diamondbacks. 1 run, 3 hits for the Indians, who've gone down in order in each of the last 2 innings. As that pitch misses outside, and it's a ball and a strike. Pocatello is not scheduled today, so Century or Preston, whoever comes up with a victory today, will be able to pick up ground on the conference leading Thunders. That pitch over for a strike, and it goes to 1-2 on Paulson. Next pitch to Paulson, swung on and missed. That's a big out. As Paulson goes down on strikes for the first out. They get an out without Blackhawk able to move up over at second base. Now here's Gavin Flynn, who is singled and flew out to right field in the game here today, 1 for 2. First pitch to Flynn is over for a strike, and it's 0-1. Next pitch to Flynn. Boy, he's out in front of that breaking pitch. And now he's behind in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Flynn, who's singled in the first inning, is hitting 4 of the last 5 games for the Diamondbacks. Pitch in the dirt, bounces up and gets a piece of the home plate umpire. And it's a ball and 2 strikes. Tried to get in to chase one in the dirt. So 1-2. One out here in the top of the fifth and a 1-1 tie. As the next pitch again misses inside. Evens the count at 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Today's game brought to you by Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Call for more information at 435-232-1837. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the next pitch home rolled up along the third base line. It'll go foul before Xavier Mendoza can pick it up. And coming back to the plate will be Gavin Flynn with a 2 ball, 2 strike count. Blackhawk led off the inning with a double, still out there at second base. 2-2 pitch is lined to center. Hobbs has to come up and play it on a bounce. Here comes Blackhawk. He's going to come home around third, and he will score to give Century their first lead of the day. It's 2-1 by Diamondbacks. Gavin Flynn with his second hit of the day. Drives in the run.
Blackhawk scores.
As Blackhawk comes in to make it a 2-1 game.
Century 2, Indians 1.
So still only 1 out of the inning as Flynn goes to second base on the flow to the plate. And now here's Jack Maddox, who's 0 for 2, struck out and grounded out to first base. And the first pitch to Maddox is up high, ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes. So Flynn picks up the RBI, his second of the year. He has 2 hits in the game. He's hit in 3 straight. As the next pitch here to Maddox is swung on and missed on a late swing, and it's now 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1. Again, late, fouled into the glove of the catcher Hammonds. And it's 1-2. Thompson again working very quickly and comes home with a breaking pitch that stays high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So 2-1 Century. This game is really the exception to the rules between these two teams. As a pitch in the dirt now runs the count full, 3-2. It took a little bite of Eli Hammond. Got him up around the thigh area of the right leg, so he takes a moment to kind of stretch it back out a little bit as the count runs full. The reason I say this is an exception, through 4.5 innings, there's only 3 runs scored. As the pitch is low, ball 4. That's the first walk of the game for either pitcher.
A walk to Maddox.
So Maddox walks, puts runners at first and second, still only 1 out.
Now the batter.
So we're going to have a courtesy runner over at first base for Maddox, give him a chance to go back and put the gear back on. So still only 1 out. And now here is Jackson Zaccardi back at the plate, who shows bunt, gets the bunt down. Coming down to get it is Thompson. He has 1 play, that to first base, and the sacrifice will work.
Sacrifice bunt for Zaccardi.
So the sacrifice by Bacardi. 1-3 on the putout. Now there's 2 outs in the inning with runners at second and third.
To second and third. Coming to the
And with
plate
2
is
outs,
Ben
it'll be up to Ben Call to try to pick him up. Call was 0 for 2 today. Reached on an error and took a called third strike. As the first pitch is over, and it's 0-1. The way these games between Preston and Century have gone, I mean, we're talking about an average of 16 runs being scored in a 7-inning game. As the pitch is over for a strike again, and it's 0-2. Next pitch, fastball, misses the outside edge. And it's a ball and 2 strikes. Thompson ready. Here's the next pitch. Swung on in the dirt, gets away. They got to record the out at first base, and the throw hits the runner in the back. That's going to be a throwing error to allow both runners to move up, and that's going to mean Flynn comes in to score to make it 3-1. So Call is a strikeout, reaches on the air, E2 on the throw, That's the third error today against the Indians. As coming in to score was Flynn. Maddox now ends up over at third. And Aiden McCaslin up there trying to pick him up with 2 outs with runners at the corners. And the first pitch is outside, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. So in two teams that average 16 runs in a game combined in average in their last 10 meetings, to have only 4 runs on the board here in the bottom of the 5th is certainly the exception. But Century trying to break it open as that ball's going to be lifted, coming over toward the line, crossing into foul territory is Hollingsworth and makes the catch for the out. But the error, the throwing error, leads to another run for the Diamondbacks. They get 2 in the inning. On 2 hits, there was an error, and they leave 1. So we'll go to the bottom of the 5th on the Flying S scoreboard. It's now Century 3 and the Preston Indians 1. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th coming up on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
It's the goal in everyone's life to reach financial independence and security. Evergreen Financial Partners in Preston can help with strategies to assist in those goals. They will design a plan to suit you, whether it be for your family, home, or current or future investments. Evergreen Financial Partners can help with life insurance, long-term life, 401ks, retirement plans, or mutual funds. Contact the experts at Evergreen Financial and let them put a plan together for you. Find them at 41 West 1st South in Preston, or go online to set your appointment at evergreenfinancialpartners.net. Evergreen Financial Partners, your first step to financial security.
We all have those times in life where having insurance has been a great comfort in helping to make a bad situation better. Naylor Insurance takes pride in being that friend there to help you when you need it the most. Serving the community since 1978, Naylor Insurance is proud to represent a number of carriers to fit your insurance needs. Stop by our new location, 223 North State Street in Preston.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
Bottom of the 5th inning, Preston trailing 3-1. As Jackson Merrill at the plate. Now the count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. Merrill, who received a bit of an honor yesterday, he was named to the first team all-football team for the Valley, as announced by their friends at the Herald Journal on Monday. He was named for his play as a linebacker and hits this one to center, and it's in for a hit.
Hit up the middle.
So the leadoff man aboard here for the Indians here in the bottom of the 5th. Just their 4th hit of the game. And that breaks a string of 8 consecutive outs by Dax Paulson. So now here is the right fielder, Jansen Hollingsworth, who popped up his first time up. So the leadoff man aboard, that allows the Indians to get the tying run potentially to the plate. Hollingsworth as a breaking ball that is over for a strike, and it's 0-1. Other football players for Preston who were named to that All-Valley Honors team yesterday not only included Jackson Merrill, but also on the first team was Carson Winder for the Indians for his play at the running back spot as the next pitch over again, and it's 0-2. They also had a couple of members selected as honorable mentions. Micah Peary, Tucker Hatch, as there goes the runner, and he'll steal second base on a pitch called a ball, so Merrill goes to second base. Xavier Mendoza and Derek Pitcher all on there as a honorable mention as well. So congratulations to all of the members of the Preston football program named All Valley, as that ball's going to be rolled into left field for a hit, as they'll hold Merrill at third. The throw comes through, and there goes Hollingsworth for second.
Hollingsworth stretches it out to second and puts Merrill on third.
So back-to-back hits by the Indians here in the bottom of the fifth, as Hollingsworth singles. For Hollingsworth, that breaks a string of consecutive outs that had reached 11 in a row for him. So tying runs are in scoring position with nobody out. And here is Ezra Benavides for his second time. He struck out his first time up and takes a pitch up high, ball one ball and no strikes. Benavides just brought up from the JV team today, this is his first appearance on the varsity, as he takes the pitch on the corner for a strike, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Paulson shakes his head yes a couple of times, sets at the belt, checks the runners, and the 1-1 is over again, and it's 1-2. 3-1 Century, bottom of the fourth. As the next pitch to Paulson, that's going to be hit foul down the right field line. And it stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes. So these two teams going back to 2008 have met a total of 19 times. Preston has won 15 of the 19. As the ball goes to the backstop, here comes the runner to the plate, and he will be in there with a dive. So Merrill scores
on
the pass ball. Hollingsworth moves up to third as Preston gets a run without the benefit of an out here in the inning and makes it 3-2. And the tying run now 90 feet away, standing down there at third base. 2 balls and 2 strikes for Benavides. The 2-2 pitch. Fastball is on the corner, strike 3 called. So he goes down on strikes for the second time today. That's the first out of the inning. And we go back to the top of the order, and Cade Oxborough will come up. Today's game brought to you by Naylor Insurance. For home, health, life, and auto, stop by to find out how much you can save at Naylor Insurance, 223 North State Street in Preston. First pitch to Oxborough swung on and missed. He is struck out and flown out to right field. So he is 0 for 2 in the game today. Center fielder Flynn moves way over into the gap in right center field. That pitch over for a strike, and it's 0-2. McCaslin, the right fielder, really moves over toward the right field line. So they give Oxborough a lot of a left center field as the big overhand jug curveball misses outside, 1-2. Now the 1-2 pitch. Hit foul back into the screen. Lady Indians softball team in action today. They are playing softball against the Lady Diamondbacks today at Century High School. The 1-2. Head misses outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Oxborough. 1 out here in the bottom of the fifth. Next pitch to Cade, popped up. That'll head over toward the JV field, and it's going to be 2 balls and 2 strikes. Oxborough, who had hit in 5 of 6 games coming into today's contest. It's a ground ball. That's going to be foul as it just missed, was outside of the line as it passed by the bag over at first base. As Zaccardi was able to make the play, but it was a foul ball, and Oxborough will come back, and the count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cade still without an RBI on the year. They'd love to pick it up here, tie the game. Pitch in the dirt, runs the count full, 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes on Oxborough. Hollingsworth over at third. He represents the tying run here in the bottom of inning number 5. As the next pitch to Oxborough, they ask, and no swing, says the base umpire. It's a walk, as Oxborough will take his base, and that'll put runners at the corners. And was still only 1 out in the inning, as that's the first walk today for Paulson. So here's Eli Hammonds, who has flown out and struck out. Runners at the corners here for the Indians. As backing out is Hammonds, looks down to third base where they deal out the cards down there. Paulson climbs back up on top of the hill. Now sets and comes home. The first pitch to Hammonds is rolled foul outside of third. So Oxborough will go back to first base. Hollingsworth back to third. 1 run home here in the inning for Preston. They trail by a run. It's 3-2, bottom 5. Pitch to Hammonds. Popped up in the infield. Oxborough was running on the pitch. He's got to hustle back, and now we have...
That's a foul ball.
That ball is in foul territory. With Hammonds made contact with Zaccardi coming down the line to try to field the ball. Now it's a foul ball, so let's see what they're going to call this. As Hammonds was running outside of the line like he should have been, and they're going to call it out for interference. They just signaled out.
Being out on Oxborough, or Hammonds.
So Hammonds is out. It'll officially go down as a pop-up to the first baseman. And he's out because of interference. As Thompson, first ball swing, hits it in the air to right field. And Preston leaves the tying run standing over at third base. So 1 run in the inning
So the Indians
on a couple of hits. There was a walk in the inning as well. And they leave 2 on the base paths as Preston has now left 4 men on base. But they get back to within a run as we go to the 6th after 5 on the Flying S scoreboard. It is Century 3, Preston 2 on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. From insulation and scaffolding to paintings and coatings, our crews are standing by to assist with new construction, maintenance projects, facility shutdowns, and more. Contact us today to ensure your assets are protected and functional. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Folks have many reasons to visit Casper, Wyoming every year, whether it's work, high school sports and activity, a romantic getaway, or business meetings. The best place to stay when you're in Casper is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. A beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, a pool, fitness center, and a fabulous indoor atrium. You can also reserve meeting rooms for your next event, and each stay includes an extended continental breakfast. Reserve your rooms today at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. Call 307-472-6300.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Cade Oxborough now on
So we go to the top of the 6th inning, and Preston will go to the bullpen as Cade Oxborough will come in to pick up. As Thompson goes through 5 innings and allowed just the 3 runs. 3 runs on a total of 6 hits. He walked 1 and struck out 7. So not a bad outing, but with Preston trailing by a run, he can lose or have nothing to do with it. As Cade Oxborough comes in to pick up here for the Indians as we move along here to the 6th inning. Oxborough making his 4th appearance on the mound, no record of 3.36 ERA. As during his time on the mound so far this year, he's walked 7, struck out 13, and has allowed a total of 4 earned runs on 11 hits. Bottom third of the order due up here for the Diamondbacks, as it is Aiden McCaslin, the first man up, as Oxborough started to come home and kind of got caught up in the other landing zone areas, steps for the other pitchers, and didn't throw the ball as the first pitch popped up in foul territory, as giving chase over there was Benavidez and could not get there. So no ball. Check that. 1 ball and 1 strike. So they charged a ball, apparently, on that fake delivery home. As the pitch again misses outside and low, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Oxborough's 2-1 inside, as it makes it 3 balls and a strike. Oops, my bad. I said McCaslin was at the plate. It's not. It's Dalen Uribe is the first batter that Oxborough faces. As the pitch, it's 3-1 here on Uribe. Now they're going to say it's ball 4. So Uribe walks.
Hiram Curtis now the batter.
Just the second walk given up by Preston pitchers today. Here comes Hiram Curtis, who's 0 for 2 so far on the day. Curtis hitting from the left side, so a lefty-lefty matchup here, as Oxborough's going to go over to first base, and diving back on the bag over there is Uribe. Curtis 0 for 2. Now with just 1 hit in his last 9 official at-bats. Oxborough comes home. The pitch is on the outside corner for a strike, and it's 0-1. Curtis 4 for 17 now on the year. Next pitch. Bounces up there, bounces away from Hammonds, and there goes the runner for second base. So Uribe goes to second on the wild pitch. 1 ball and 1 strike. Still nobody out here in the top of inning number 6. 3-2 Century leads, as they look to expand their lead here with a runner at second base and nobody out. Pitch home again, misses down and away from Oxborough, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Ox ready again, comes home as that pitch is over, and it's 2-2. Today's game brought to you by Stokes Market True Value. With the freshest meat and produce that you'll not only find in Preston but throughout the Cache Valley, it's Stokes Market on State Street in Preston. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Rolled foul back to the screen. So it stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the conference opener for both teams, this has been a well-played game from both sides as the pitch is swung on and dropped at home plate. So Curtis just got enough of it to spin it out of Hammonds' glove and stays alive at 2-2. Preston outfield straight away. Oxborough ready, comes home, and the pitch is a ground ball into right field, base hit. Here comes Uribe around third. He'll come home. The throw home is pretty good, and in time for the out.
And Uribe is called out at
Uribe's gunned down, 9-2. That's the first out of the inning, and a great throw by Hollingsworth. got it all the way into home on one bounce to cut down the runner.
Curtis will stay at first.
So Curtis stays at first after the single. And we go back to the top of the order now, and Eli Blackhawk will come back up. First pitch to Blackhawk is down low, ball one.
Blackhawk, the batter.
Blackhawk 1 for 3 today. He's lined out, flown out to right, and doubled and scored his last time up. So the great throw by Hollingsworth keeps it a one-run game, as Oxborough is going to go back over to first base again. Oxborough sets at the letters, comes home. The next pitch to Blackhawk, that is over for a strike. So 1-1 on Eli Blackhawk. As he lines one toward right, left center field, and that's going to get down. And coming up to get that in a hurry is Hobbs. As going one base is Curtis. As he'll move up to second base, he'll stay there on Blackhawk's second hit of the game as he singles to left center field. So 2 hits in the inning. And now here's the pitcher, Dax Paulson, for the Diamondbacks. Up there now to try to help his own cause and extend what is now a 1-run lead with a couple of men on base and only 1 out in the inning. Oxborough ready, comes home. As he shows bunt, he bunts through it, and the throw down to third is dropped. As now falling behind the play, Blackhawk moves up to second base.
Curtis advances to third.
So
Blackhawk reaches second.
It's a double steal, is what it'll go down as Curtis, running on the pitch, will get credited with a stolen base even though Mendoza dropped the ball. So with runners at second and third, Preston will have to bring the infield up now against Paulson as the pitch swung on and missed, and it's 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes on Paulson. 1 for 3 on the game. Single, reached on an error and struck out as he takes the pitch up high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 offering misses inside, 2-2. So Preston plays up at the cut of the grass, or what would be the cut of the grass here. They try to cut down any further runs at the plate. As the pitch is outside, runs the count full, 3-2. Curtis at third, Blackhawk at second. And here comes the 3-2 pitch to Paulson. It's low, ball 4 to load the bases.
Paulson reaches on a walk.
Second walk of the inning for
Flynn.
Oxborough. And that loads the bases now. Now here's Gavin Flynn, who has 2 hits today. Singled his last time up to drive in a run. And the first pitch to Flynn is over for a strike. Preston now moves the infield back with the bases loaded more into a double play depth situation. They get a ground ball in the infield. They can turn 2 and get out of the inning without allowing anything more. As that ball is hit off the end of the bat, rolls over by the first base dugout, and it's now 1-2. Flynn, pair of singles, and he flew out to right. 0-2 with 1 out. Oxborough's 0-2 offering. Ground ball up the middle. That could be 2 as it eats up pitcher, and everybody's safe. That hit on the, they're going to call an out at seconds. They get a force out there. So Flynn reaches on a fielder's choice, but he picks up an RBI with the bases loaded as Curtis comes in to score the first run of the inning. That makes it 4-2. Runners at second and third as Paulson called out on a force play at second base. As a snap throw back to third, not in time as Blackhawk able to hop back on the bag. Runners at the corners, 2 outs, and a run in. No balls and 1 strike here on Jack Maddox, the catcher. As again they go back to first base, and Flynn will hop back on the bag. Next pitch is inside and hits him. So Maddox hit by a pitch.
Maddox hit by the pitch.
That'll load the bases again. So Oxborough, who's walked 2 and now hit a batter in the inning.
Zaccardi, the batter.
And Jackson Zaccardi will come back up. Zaccardi's 0 for 2 plus a sacrifice today. The other 2 outs that worked against him were both strikeouts. So bases loaded again now with 2 outs, and the first pitch from Oxborough is over for a strike, and it's 0-1. Zaccardi hitting .273 at the start of play today. Still only has 1 RBI on the year as that pitch is swung on. He swings through it. Now he's behind in the count 0-2. 1 run home in the inning for the Diamondbacks. They extend the lead out to 4-2. The 0-2 pitch in the dirt. Nice save by Hammonds to keep it from going to the backstop as the ball rolls about 5 feet up the foul line, the third base foul line, as Hammonds blocking the ball. Looks like he kind of got eaten up a little bit there for a moment. So here, time called as they come out to check on him. Does the Sean Thompson, the head coach for the Indians, as they check on Hammonds. We'll remind you that North Star's Ultimate Outdoors helps bring you today's game. Get ready for your next outdoor adventure at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. They're on State Street at the north end of the city of Preston. As they still check on Hammonds, and he picks the helmet up, puts it back on his head. All the runners kind of go back toward the bases. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count on Jackson Zaccardi. Oxborough's allowed a run, trying to get out of the inning and leave the bases full. And the 1-2 pitch on the way, hit in the air to center field. Hey, Hobbs coming up. He's there. He's got it. As Preston able to get out of it and leave the bases loaded. But 1 run comes in on a pair of hits. There was also a hit batter in the inning. No errors, and Century leaves the bases loaded. So they add a run to their total. It's now 4-2. Preston is trailing. As again, they'll come up here in the bottom of the 6th inning and try to get even once again as we are done with 6 here this afternoon. As we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, I should say, it's 4-2 on the Flying S scoreboard on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
In 1996, my father, Jay Moyle, started producing gourmet beef jerky in the foothills of Clifton, Idaho. Now, over 20 years later, Papa Jay's beef jerky is a staple of the Franklin County community. Family run since the beginning, the modern way of making jerky here at Papa Jay's is the old-fashioned way. Absolutely no shortcuts are taken in producing the finest quality and most delicious smoked meat you can find. Come over to Papa Jay's and bite into a tender, flavorful stick of Papa Jay's, and your view of jerky will never be the same. 10 South Main Highway, Clifton, Idaho.
North Stars Ultimate Outdoors is the best provider of power sport vehicles right here in downtown Preston. Vehicles and equipment from brand names that you know and trust, like Steel, Polaris, and Yamaha. Stop in and let us get you ready for your next adventure at North Stars Ultimate Outdoors. It's where the fun starts, 777 North State Street, Preston.
KAC.
Austin Gleed leads it off for the Indians here in the bottom of the 6th inning. First pitch breaking ball for a strike. Paulson's still out there. Comes back another breaking pitch. He has Gleed backing up and bailing out of the way, and it falls over for a strike, and it's 0-2. The 0-2 pitch comes back fastball, and Gleed lines it to right field, base hit. So Austin has his first hit of the game, leads off the bottom of the 6th inning with a single to right. And now here is Xavier Mendoza, who's doubled and grounded out, 1 for 2. I'm really surprised they came back fastball, as Gleed took those first 2 curveballs and had no idea where that ball was going to go and was bailing on both pitches. And they came back fastball, and he lined it to right field for a hit. So here's Mendoza, and the first pitch to Xavier's over for a strike, and it's 0-1. That's one of those things you kind of learn as you go along. As the next pitch to Xavier misses outside, and it's a ball and a strike. Mendoza, with that double that he had earlier in the game, is now hitting 3 straight. As the next pitch misses inside again, and a count now 2 balls and a strike. 4-2 Preston trails, bottom of the 6th. This is where they need to get some offense going. That single by Gleed, just their 5th hit of the game. As the next pitch misses down low, and it's 3 balls and a strike. Century with 8 hits so far in the game, and that 4-2 lead. 3 balls and a strike. Pitch home to Mendoza is outside, ball 4.
Reaches on a walk.
Just the second walk by Paulson today. Now here's Clayton Hobbs, 1 for 2. Hobbs has doubled home a run and took a called 3rd strike his last time up. So 2 on, nobody out for the Indians. They had the tying runs on base last half inning, but couldn't do anything with it. As Hobbs runs up like he's going to bunt, leaves it in the catcher's glove. It'll cost him a strike for the privilege, and it's 0-1. Paulson ready again, checks the runners. Again, Hobbs is going to bunt, gets it down out in front of home plate. Paulson down to get it, throws to first in time for the out. Sacrifice bunt, 2-4 on the putout. Check that, 1-4, I should say, for the first down of the inning. But Gleed moves up to 3rd. Mendoza will go to 2nd. And now here's Jackson Merrill, one of the hottest bats on the team, coming up with the tying runs in scoring position. Merrill singled and scored. He's also reached on a fielder's choice. That's 1 for 2. And takes the first pitch over for a strike. And it's 0-1. Paulson ready again. The pitch to Merrill. A little roller up toward 3rd. They have to hustle to get a play at 3rd base, and it's safe at first. They throw the ball away, and coming home are both runs as Preston able to tie the game at 4.
Merrill will reach first.
Merrill reaches on that little roller to pick up 1 RBI. He ended up staying at first base. And then when the ball got away at first, Mendoza was able to come in and score the tying run. So we're tied at 4 here in the bottom of inning number 6 as Preston pushes across a couple of runs. There goes the runner. The throw is very wild and into center field. It'll be a stolen base for for Jackson Merrill and a throwing error on the catcher, and he goes all the way to third, and there's the go-ahead run 90 feet away. First error of the game on Century. So here is Jason Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth singled his last time up. Lines one along the right field line. Fair! And here comes Merrill to score, and Preston has the lead again. It's 5-4. Hollingsworth singles in the run, and Preston has a lead. So a good piece of hitting by Hollingsworth. With his first multi-hit game of the year, he has a pair of singles in the game. And here is Ezra Benavides due up. But first, we're going to get a visit to the mound as they're going to come out and they're going to talk to Paulson. So 3 runs on a total of 3 hits in the inning, plus the error. As this timeout brought to you by Magnolia Road. Ladies, remember, now is the time to go in and develop a new look for yourself at Magnolia Road. You'll find them at 12 North State Street in Preston. Home plate umpire is going to come out and kind of speed things along here. As you can't really see down to the bullpen for the Diamondbacks as it's blocked by the first base dugout, so you don't know if anybody's throwing down there or not. But Paulson's gone as the starter, has gone 5 1/3 today. Gave up a couple of runs early, fell behind, saw his team come back and get him even, take a lead, and now he's let the Indians come back and get ahead again as it's 5-4. As Benavides at the plate, taking and takes a pitch down low, ball 1 ball and no strikes. Benavides is 0 for 2. He struck out twice in the game. Next pitch on the outside corner at the knees for a called strike, and it's 1-1. So all of a sudden, with Preston with a lead, now you look ahead to the 7th inning. And it's Call, McCaslin, and Uribe due up for the Diamondbacks. As the pitch, breaking ball, half swing, can't hold up. It'll cost him, and it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hollingsworth over at first with 1 out. The 1-2 to Benavides. That's hit toward right center field. It's going to find the gap. And it's going to fall for Benavides' first hit as a varsity player. And going to third is Hollingsworth.
In center right.
So Benavides singles. 4th hit of the inning. And now hold up. Here comes the skipper Blackhawk for the Century Diamondbacks. And that means we're going to have a pitching change as it's the second visit of the inning. So 3 runs home, and that's going to be all for Dax Paulson. And we'll have a new pitcher coming in. We'll take a timeout. We'll tell you about the new pitcher, who it is coming in. We'll do all that as we continue right after this. We'll be right back here on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
The new pitcher.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
WattSmart is Rocky Mountain Power's energy efficiency program. WattSmart provides rebates to residential customers for energy efficiency upgrades made around the home. Devices and appliances that use electricity in your home can usually be made more efficient, and that can save you money and energy. When you decide to make upgrades, we have rebates available for you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
Are you looking to buy or sell a home but confused where to even begin the process? Come to the most trusted and longest established real estate group in Franklin County with Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team.
We've been a proud part of this community since 1979 when my dad, Scott Beckstead, began here in Preston. Since our founding, we've come to know the importance of honesty and promoting a community of giving back. Contact me, Bailey Beckstead, and our team at Beckstead Real Estate for all your real estate needs, buying, selling, or renting.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston. Well, the new pitcher on for Century is C.J. Short, as Dax Paulson goes 5 1/3. Gave up 5 runs so far, but you can't close the book on him completely. Gave up 9 hits in the game. So Short in there. First thing he does is go to first base. Short will face the top of the order, Cade Oxborough, with 1 out. Runners at the corners for the Indians. So the right-hander Short looks into Maddox. Oxborough tired of waiting and backs out. Gets timeout. Swinging from the left side, takes a couple of practice swings, now climbs back in. Short sets at the belt, and again, he's going to go back to first base. So the Diamondbacks certainly expect some sort of a play to be on, as Benavidez over there at first after picking up the RBI. Short ready, and finally comes home with the first pitch to Oxborough, hit in the air off the third base side, and it's going to go foul and out of play. And it's 0-1 on Oxborough. Today's game brought to you by Evergreen Financial. When planning your future, trust the experts at Evergreen Financial Partners in Preston. Set your appointment at evergreenfinancialpartners.net. And if you're listening in Pocatello, they now have an office over there as well. Next pitch to Oxborough's outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Don't forget, we'll be on hand tomorrow for the doubleheader over in Pocatello between these two teams. 3 o'clock pregame, 3:30 first pitch for game 1. As the pitch inside, and nope, they're going to say it hit him. So the breaking pitch gets Oxborough down on the foot as he'll head down to first base. The inning continues now as the Indians have loaded the bases.
Bases loaded, 1 out. Hammonds now the batter.
So here comes Eli Hammonds. He's the 8th man to hit here in the inning. Bases loaded. Hammonds 0 for 3. Chance to make good with his teammates right here. First pitch to Eli. That hits him as the fastball comes up and in as it hits him around the left forearm. Kind of winces in pain as he heads down toward first base. But he'll pick up an RBI as Hollingsworth comes in. All other runners move up 90 feet as we're going to get a pinch runner here as for the courtesy runner. Derek Pitcher goes in to run at first base, number 1. So bases remain loaded. And Connor Thompson is the scheduled hitter as he now steps in. So Preston now leads by 2 thanks to the hit batter. They extend the lead. As the pitch here to Thompson is down low, ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes. So 4 runs home here in the inning. Benavidez is at third, Oxborough at second, Hammonds over at first. 6-4, Preston on top. As that pitch again is outside, ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes, and C.J. Short is having a hard time finding the strike zone here in a very important time here in the bottom of the 6th inning. He stands with one foot on the rubber, looks in. Rocks and comes home. The 2-0 pitch on the way to Thompson. Fastball is over for a strike, and it's 2-1. Thompson, the team's leading hitter. The 2-1 offering misses outside again, ball 3. It's 3 balls and a strike. Thompson, who also has a total of 5 RBIs on the year, which is right around the team lead. And the 3-1 pitch is over. Full rolls the count full, 3-2. So 3-2 with 1 out. Thompson looking for a pitch he can drive someplace. And instead, it's ball 4, and that's going to force over another run. So another RBI for Thompson as Benavides comes in. Again, the bases remain loaded. And once again, here comes the head coach. Blackhawk comes to the mound again, and he's already made the signal that he wants another pitcher. So again, another pitching change timeout here. We'll take a timeout with the Indians have 4 runs home here in the inning as they now lead 7-4 on the scoreboard. Brought to you by our friends at Flying S. As we'll take another quick timeout, we'll come back. We'll tell you who's pitching now here for the Diamondbacks as we continue right after this timeout of the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Hi, I'm Brad Phillips, professional trainer and owner of Puppy Steps Training. I believe that life is more enjoyable with a well-trained dog. That's why my team and I have come together to give you the ultimate dog training experience through Puppy Steps Training. Our 8-week board and train program is specifically designed to give your puppy a head start on life. Along with access to our extensive training material, you will receive daily progress reports, weekly photo and video updates, and a hands-on training demonstration. Discover the ultimate dog training experience with Puppy Steps Training, the premier dog training facility in northern Utah, and proud supporter of Westside and Preston High School athletics.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
Protecting buyers and lenders in Cache Valley for over 40 years.
Aiden McCaslin is the new pitcher as the bases remain loaded. Here's Austin Gleed as the Indians bat around here in the 6th inning. Gleed, the 10th man to bat in the inning, opened the inning by doubling and scored a run. So he's up here for the 2nd time this inning, this time with the bases loaded. Still only 1 out as the pitch over for a strike. 4 runs, 4 hits for the Indians. A walk, couple of hit batters, and an error all in the inning leads to getting the Preston Indians not only even, but back on top. Ground ball up the middle. Blackhawk will shovel to second for 1. They throw back to first in time for the double play as the Indians will have to settle for the 4 runs here in the bottom of inning number 6 as Gleed rolls into a 4-6-3 double play to end the inning. But the Indians get 4 runs on 4 hits and leave 1 man on base. We'll go to the 7th. Preston needs 3 outs to snap their 3-game losing streak. Here as we go to the top of the 7th, it's Preston on top by a score of 7-4 on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
105.5 FM KACH.
I'm Dan Killer, Mayor of Preston, and we are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong. Hi, I'm Jay Butters with Alta Bank, and we are Preston Proud, Idaho Strong.
Hi, this is Lyle Fuller with the Fuller & Fuller Law Firm, and we are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Larry Morrison with Evergreen Financial Partners. We are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
105.5 KACH. We're Preston Proud, Idaho Strong, serving Franklin County and beyond.
The greatest of life's moments can pass in the blink of an eye. Make sure you enjoy them with clear vision. The optometrists at Eye Care For You have been serving patients in Cache Valley and Preston for 43 years. As a full-service optical store, you'll find glasses, contacts, and professional eye health and vision exams. Doctors Philip Cromwell, Jeff Cromwell, and Lance Henderson are committed to providing you with professional care for your vision. Call today to schedule an appointment in Preston or Logan. Eye Care For You. Not just a name, but a commitment.
Well, we go to the 7th inning, and the Indians, with 4 runs in the bottom of the 6th, go from 2 down to 2 up, or 3 up, rather. It's 7-4. As Cade Oxborough will stay out there on the mound here for the Indians. Yes, they scored 5 runs in the bottom of the 6th inning. So Oxborough asked to get the last 3 outs, as he would now stand in line here for the win, potentially. If he can get the last 3 outs here, he'll face Ben Call, Aiden McCaslin, and then Delson Uribe here in the top of the 7th inning. Call, who was 0 for 3, reached on an error, struck out, and then struck out and was safe on a throwing error against him his last time up. When the throw at first base was wide, it was not being able to be held there by Estrada. So the first pitch here from Oxborough misses outside. He comes right back with a breaking ball that's over for a strike, and it's 1-1. So the Indians trying to break a 3-game losing streak and win the opener of the conference series, as the next pitch swung on and missed, and it's 1-2. Ready again. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Misses outside to Call. Call 0 for 3 today. That makes him 1 for 26 on the year. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. So Call goes down on strikes for the second time today, as he's 0 for 4.
Out number 1.
As there's the first out.
Aiden
and here's Aiden McCaslin, who was brought in, and he got the final out on the mound. Final 2 outs, actually, as he got the double play ground ball to end the bottom of the 6th inning. McCaslin has 1 hit today. He's 1 for 3 and hits the first pitch foul up the first base line. Nice play by Benavides to get to it, but it's a foul ball, and it's 0-1. So McCaslin with 1 hit on the year, 1 for 3 in the game today, and takes that pitch outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. McCaslin would now be 1 for 11 overall on the year. The 1-1 pitch is over for a strike. Good fastball from Oxborough, and it's 1-2. Now the 1-2 pitch, as Kay just kind of stumbled a little bit trying to come home with that pitch, and it bounced up there and got a piece of the home plate umpire, as he's going to walk around a little bit. Oxborough trying to also walk like he felt something a little uncomfortable when he came home with the pitch, was stumbling to come home. And now the entire Preston infield is in there to talk to him, as the home plate umpire continues just to kind of walk around a little bit. So a big bottom of the 6th inning for the Indians. And they post 5. As the next pitch, breaking ball is low, runs the count full, 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes on McCaslin with 1 out here in the 7th, and the 3-2 pitch is swung on and missed.
McCaslin goes
Got
down on
him to chase a pitch, probably off the plate for the second out.
with 2 outs. Coming to the plate, Dason Uribe.
Dason Uribe represents the final out here for the Diamondbacks. He struck out, doubled back in the 4th inning, and then walked and was thrown out trying to score later in that inning. Back in the 6th inning as the first pitch misses outside, ball 1. So Preston 1 out away to breaking the 3-game losing streak. Curveball is over for a strike, and it's 1-1. Outfield straight away, kind of medium deep. Flags now hanging completely limp as a little ball hit on the ground out to second. That's Thompson. He'll flip it over to first in time for the out. And Cade Oxborough gets the side in order, 1-2-3 in the top of inning number 7. So for the Indians, it's a come-from-behind win as they're able to score 4 runs in the bottom of inning number 6 and make it stand up as they win it by the final score of 7-4. So Preston able to snap their 3-game losing streak in the first of this 3-game series. The 2 teams will meet again tomorrow, coming up in a doubleheader over in Pocatello, with the first game slated for a 3:30 first pitch. Stay with us. We'll have the post-game show coming up as the Indians win it. Final score on the Flying S scoreboard, Preston 4-7, Century 4, as we'll have the post-game show coming up next on the My Local Radio Sports Network. Today's game is brought to you by Beckstead Real Estate, the real estate experts for Franklin County and beyond. Day Mountain Ranch, relax, retreat, recharge. Crumble Cookies, bringing friends and family together over the world's best cookies. Magnolia Road, ladies, stop in and update your wardrobe today. Puppy Steps Training, Northern Utah and Southern Idaho's premier board and puppy training facility since 2011. Butterfly Express Essential Oils in Clifton, where quality doesn't have to be expensive. West Motors, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Stokes Market True Value, with the freshest meat and produce in Preston. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. I Care for You, not just a name, but a commitment. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, we have all the parts you need to keep your car running strong. Naylor Insurance, your local agent for home, health, life, and auto. North Stars Ultimate Outdoors. Get ready for your next outdoor adventure at North Stars Ultimate Outdoors in Preston. Evergreen Financial Partners. When planning your future, trust the experts at Evergreen Financial Partners in Preston and now in Pocatello. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to you to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency today. Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. And by Papa J's Deli and Jerky in Clifton. Now, stay tuned. The Ralph's Construction postgame show is coming up next.
It's a beautiful day for a ball game today. If you and I are out of dollars and cents, oh honey, we can always share a little hole in the fence. It's a beautiful day for the ladies, so throw all your dishes away. We're gonna cheer and boo and raise a hullabaloo at the ball game today. At the ball game, a wonderful ball game today. Wow!
WattSmart is Rocky Mountain Power's energy efficiency program. WattSmart provides rebates to residential customers for energy efficiency upgrades made around the home. Devices and appliances that use electricity in your home can usually be made more efficient, and that can save you money and energy. When you decide to make upgrades, we have rebates available for you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
Whether you're an athlete looking to treat strained or sore muscles, a multitasking mom seeking balance, or just looking to boost your mood and nutrition, Butterfly Express is here for you. Experience the soothing scents and holistic benefits that cater to both your body and mind with our wide selection of essential oils, herbs, and supplements. And the best part is, unlike other big brand companies, Butterfly Express is affordable and local. Visit us in Clifton or explore our collection online at butterflyexpress.shop and use the promo code KACH10 for 10% off all regularly priced items. Quality doesn't have to be expensive. Butterfly Express Essential Oils.
Step into a realm of beauty and sophistication at Day Mountain Ranch Home and Apothecary. Immerse yourself in the gentle radiance of our exquisite and popular candles, filling your home with captivating fragrances that embrace the senses. Bring refined tranquility into your home and elevate your connection to harmony through our exquisite decor, all while staying here in Franklin County. Elevate your living space with the allure of Day Mountain Ranch Home and Apothecary. Visit us today on 10th North Main Street in downtown Preston.
If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield, Logan.
It's time for the Preston Indians postgame show. Coming up, we'll recap the just completed game, take a look at the final stats, and a look at what's ahead for the Preston teams. The postgame show is brought to you by Ralph's Construction, building quality designer homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. For more information, call 435-232-1837. Well, it's been a long 22 days since the last time the Indians had picked up a victory. But even longer, or I should say since the last time they played a game on the field, but even longer, 29 days since the last time they won a game. But they're able to come back with 5 runs in the bottom of inning number 6, come from behind and pick up a win here today against the Century Diamondbacks in the first game of the 3-game series and the conference opener, the final score in the game today, 7-4, the Preston Indians were able to win it. Final totals brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to you to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency today, or stop by their office at 33 South 1st East in Preston. Their phone number, 208-852-2364. For the Indians to win it, 7 runs on 8 hits. They committed 3 errors, and they left 5 men on base. For Century, 4 runs on 8 hits. They had 1 error in the game, and they left a total of 9. In relief, Cade Oxborough picks up the win here today. The loss goes to C.J. Short, who came in to pitch in the bottom of the 6th inning in relief and gave up 2 hit batters and a walk, as he'll be tabbed with the loss as the Indians able to come back and win the game 7-4. Time of the game, it took exactly 2 hours to play. So the Indians improved their record to 5-2. They snapped the 3-game losing streak and get ready to go over to Pocatello tomorrow to play a doubleheader against this same Diamondback team, maybe with just a little bit of confidence in their back pocket, having picked up a win in Game 1 of the series. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll look at our player of the game, and our eye-popping player of the game, of course, is brought to you by I Care For You here in Preston. This is the Ralph's Construction postgame show. We'll continue right after this timeout on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Hi, I'm Brad Phillips, professional trainer and owner of Puppy Steps Training. I believe that life is more enjoyable with a well-trained dog. That's why my team and I have come together to give you the ultimate dog training experience through Puppy Steps Training. Our 8-week board and train program is specifically designed to give your puppy a head start on life. Along with access to our extensive training material, you will receive daily progress reports, weekly photo and video updates, and a hands-on training demonstration. Discover the ultimate dog training experience with Puppy Steps Training, the premier dog training facility in northern Utah, and proud supporter of Westside and Preston High School athletics.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
Protecting buyers and lenders in Cache Valley for over 40 years, Northern Title is the trusted name in the tri-state areas of Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. The staff at Northern Title in Preston protect you from unknown complications like access issues, unpaid taxes, hidden liens, or easement restrictions. Choose the right title company. Choose to close with Northern Title of Preston. Good deeds done daily. Call today at 208-852-5700.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Well, for the Indians to win it here today, as they pick up the win, 7-4 the final, and our player of the game brought to you by I Care For You in downtown Preston. Our eye-popping player of the game today goes to Jansen Hollingsworth with a pair of hits, scored a couple of runs. He was 2 for 3. And made a couple of outstanding plays, including throwing out a runner at home plate in the game today, as he truly was our eye-popping player of the game. Congratulations to Jansen Hollingsworth. I Care For You brings you our highlighted player of the game. So we'll take another timeout. We'll come back. We'll wrap it up from here at Tony Hansen Field, tell you what's on tap for the Indians as we continue right after this. This is the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
People oftentimes ask us, why do people from other areas of the valley or other parts of the state or drive so far to come here? And a lot of times I'll ask them, so why did you drive past several different dealers to come and buy your car here? And a lot of times they say, I just like the environment here. I like the low pressure. They don't play games. You guys are straightforward with me. You don't, trick me into buying something I don't want. We take care of people the way we want to be treated, and so they'll drive a ways to do that.
WestMotorCompany.com. The greatest of life's moments can pass in the blink of an eye. Make sure you enjoy them with clear vision. The optometrists at I Care For You have been serving patients in Cache Valley and Preston for 43 years. As a full-service optical store, you'll find glasses, contacts, and professional eye health and vision exams. Doctors Philip Cromwell, Jeff Cromwell, and Lance Henderson are committed to providing you with professional care for your vision. Call today to schedule an appointment in Preston or Logan. I Care For You. Not just a name, but a commitment.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
All right, final score here today. The Indians win it 7-4 with 5 runs in the bottom of inning number 6 to come from behind and get the win. This series continues tomorrow afternoon back over in Pocatello, and we'll have both of those games for you here on KACH and on mylocalradio.com. So make sure you join us coming up then. as the pregame show will get started just after 3 o'clock, and the first pitch for Game 1 slated for 3:30 tomorrow afternoon, so we will talk to you then. The executive producer of KCH Radio Sports is Val Cook. Our studio coordinator today has been John Beverly. I'm Dan Hubbard saying thanks for listening and reminds you of the final score as the Indians win it and come from behind fashion with 5 runs in the bottom of inning number 6 and win it by the final score of 7-4. We'll talk to you tomorrow from Pocatello. Until then, have a great night, everybody. Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting, LLC.